Good day, everybody. How are you all? Today we are going to talk about the empirical rule, and I'll share my computer screen with you. An investment strategy has an expected return of 8%, and standard deviation of 6%. Assume the investment return is bell-shaped. Part A, how likely is it to earn a return between 2% and 14%? Part B, how likely is it to earn a return greater than 14%? And part C, how likely is it to earn a return below minus 4%? So let's do it. Solution. We have been told the investment return is bell-shaped in nature. That means this is the probability distribution of investment returns, and it is bell-shaped of investment return. This is this curve. So we have investment return on the horizontal axis. Return on the horizontal axis. And of course, we have probability on the vertical axis. Now the mean is given the expected return, where the peak is the highest. This is given as 8. So mu is 8. And the standard deviation sigma is equal to 6. Okay. So we will use since the investment return is bell-shaped, return is bell-shaped in nature, use empirical rule. Okay. Now we know we have been given mu is equal to 8 and sigma equal to 6. So mu plus sigma is 8 plus 6 equal to 14. And mu minus sigma is 8 minus 6 is equal to 2. So if I move this a little bit up, so according to empirical rule, so the points, let's see, the return of 2% is located 1 standard deviation below the mean, and the return of 14% is located 1 standard deviation above the mean. Standard deviation above the mean. So according to empirical rule, 68% of the returns, this is your answer to part A, of the returns will fall between 2 and 14. Between 2 and 14%. Okay, so if I draw that picture, so actually let me, part B, how likely is it to earn a return greater than 14%? So let me draw the picture for part B. If I change the color of the key. So part B, I'm doing part B. So your mean is, mu is 8 and sigma is 6. So 8 plus 6 is 14 over here, and 8 minus 6 is 2 over here. And we already know 68% will fall between 2 and 14. Okay, so since 68% of the return will fall between 2 and 14, the percentage of returns above 14, that means this shaded area, and above 14 and below 2 is equal to 100 minus 68, which is 32. Since the bell curve is symmetric, that means the left half curve is symmetric, which means left half, that is left half is a mirror image, of the right half, Percentage of returns above 14 is 32 divided by 2 is equal to 16%. And that's your answer for part B. Okay, now let's move it a little bit up and see what they want in part C. So, part C, how likely is it to earn a return below minus 4%? Below minus 4%. So let's draw the picture again. So below minus 4%, they said, right? So part C. Do not quit right away, okay? I have some tips at the end of this show, okay? So we already know the mean is 8, mu is 8, and sigma is 6. So we found that 8 plus 6, so mu, let's do mu plus 2 sigma is 8 plus 2 times 12, 2 times 6 is 12. 8 plus 12 is 20. And mu minus 2 sigma is 8 minus 2 times 6 is 8 minus 12 is minus 4. So if we go 2 sigma on the left, we reach minus 4 on the left. And if we do 2 sigma on the right, we get 20. No, according to empirical rule, Empirical rule. 95% of the returns will fall between -4 and 20. Okay, so again, if I move this a little bit up, thus the percentage, thus 100 minus 95 is equal to 5% of the, oops, let me just add. For between, okay, with equal to 5% of the returns will be either below -4, below -4, or above 20% because of symmetry in the bell-shaped curve. So this area plus this area together is 5% because of symmetry. Percentage of return below -4% will be 5 divided by 2 is equal to 2.5%. So basically area of this place, area is 2.5% or equal to 0.025, and that's 2.5%. That's your answer for part C. So what is the tip I want to give you? This empirical rule is known as 68, 95, and 99.7% rule. That is, if you go one standard deviation on the left of the mean and on the right of the mean, the area you will cover is 68, or 68% of the returns in this case will be between -1 standard deviation on the left of the mean and +1 standard deviation on the right of the mean. Following, the next number is 95. That is, if you go 2 standard deviation on the right of the mean and 2 standard deviation on the left of the mean, you will cover 95%. So like I did in this problem, then the remaining above the 2 standard deviation and below the -2 standard deviation on the left, total is 100 minus 95 is 5. And then there is symmetry. Symmetry means left half is equal to the right half. So you take that 5, divide it into 2 equal parts. So 2.5% of the return will be below -4. So I told you the empirical rule is 68, 95, and 99.7. The 99.7 figure is for 3 standard deviation. That is, if you go 3 standard deviation on the right of the mean and 3 standard deviation on the left of the mean, 3 standard deviation on the right of the mean, 3 standard deviation on the left of the mean, the area under the normal curve will be 99.7. Okay, so that's why it is called 68, 95, and 99.7% rule. I'll stop here today. If you have any question, write me a note. I'll get back to you as soon as possible. If you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. I appreciate that. And if you like this video, please share with your friends. You and your friends, please subscribe to my channel by hitting the red subscribe button at the bottom right corner. I will be back next time with another interesting problem, interesting solution. Thanks for watching. Take care. Have a nice day.